We're back. It's the Carton Show. It's Monday, so we do a little thing called Get Learned. And that's when I tell you the things I learned over the weekend. Good to have Josh Norman here for a couple days, joining us with Tim Hardaway and, of course, Cody Decker. The first thing I learned this weekend, and Tim, maybe you can elaborate. Scottie Pippen hates Michael Jordan. I seen Michael Jordan play before I came to play with the Bulls. You guys seen him play. He was a wow. It's hard to even say it. He was a horrible player. He was horrible to play with. And all of a sudden we become a team and we start winning. And everybody forgot him. Wow. Like, there's so much wrong with that statement. Now, Michael's son, one of his sons, is quite famously dating Scottie Pippen's ex-wife. That creates problems. I don't care who you are, that is a problem. If I'm Scottie Pippen, that is a problem. Now, I'd be mad at my ex-wife more than I'd be mad at the guy that's dating her, right? Because you like to think she would know better, especially knowing who the man's father is. But I also would have a problem with my teammate who didn't sit his son down and say, of all the women in the world, you don't have to date Scottie's ex-wife. And no comment from Tim, and I respect that.
No. Nope. He pulled out a No.
I'm not going to put you in that spot. Yeah. But Josh, feel free. Go ahead.
No, I'm passing to Cody.
He's mad at the wrong Jordan?
Yeah. Listen, I think, this is a cry for help. That's one thing to be angry at the man, which he clearly is, and I get it, and I respect that. I do. But you can't come out and say these foolish things about the greatest player to ever play.
He hurt, man.
You can say, I don't like him, he's a bad guy, all those things, but to say that he's a horrible player, and once I got there, everybody forgot about him.
It's a lot of things that's wrong with that paragraph. That's all I have to say.
All right, I'm going to move on.
Listen,
I would appreciate it if we did.
Yes, we are going to move on. It's funny, you answered this question earlier, but for those of you just tuning in, losing by 30, I think, I had no rooting interest in the game 6. I don't wager, and I'm not a fan of either team, but if you lost on a last-second, Hail Mary versus just being blown out, any difference for you?
Same thing. That's the same thing.
You'd rather be in it?
You got to be in it because it means more. It really does mean more, and then especially if you're coming back. I mean, coming back and you have no hope, and then you get some.
Sure.
And then you get all the way down to the last moment, and then you don't win. I mean,
is there any benefit to the next week? I know you play a different opponent, of course, but would there be any benefit to Miami as they fly up to Boston last night, saying, "Hey, we know we can play with these guys. They didn't blow us out. We lost on a fluky play."
Well, Boston Celtics haven't blown them out all, this series. They won by 16 or 12, something like that, but it really wasn't a blowout like Miami blew them out in Game 3. So, yes, the Heat has something to hold their hat on, and they understand that they can go out here and compete with this team. Now, I always say, I hate it. Well, we got another game.
Right.
Well, tonight is your last night.
This is it.
This is it.
Yes.
For both teams.
Yeah.
Y'all both desperate. This is go to the NBA championship again, just like last year.
Right. Jimmy Butler missed the 3, top of the key, right?
So let's see. Miami, you lose at home last year in Game 7. Let's see if you could flip the script and win on the road in Game 7 in Boston, which is going to be very, very hard to do.
A little bit later on, the guys are going to give you picks on the game. Remember, Boston, of course, is a big favorite, but they were big favorites in games 1 and 2, and they lost both those games. All right, the other thing I learned, and I want to give Miami some love here and some credit. If they lose tonight's game, outside of being waxed and blown out by 50 points, I don't think it's a choke job. And I know we always say, they choked, they blew a 3-0 lead. No team has ever done that. I think this is unique in that they could lose tonight. Again, if they get blown out by 40, I'd probably change my tune on it. But if this is a competitive game and they lose a close game down the stretch, I don't think it's fair to say that the Miami Heat choked.
It's fair to say that you can't say that the Miami Heat choke. All records are meant to be, broken. Unfortunately, you don't want to be on this side of it. New York Yankees, they was on the side of it.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome. Like you said, another team in hockey was on that side of it. So it might be tonight that the Heat is on that side of it.
Yeah.
But that is just unfortunate. You just don't want to be that team to have done that because that's not embarrassing, but it's just.
You're in history now.
You're in history now.
And I'll tell you what, as a New Yorker, like Josh, I don't like New England either, or Boston. Wonderful people, great town, but we both share that dislike for Boston. The fact that the Red Sox did it in 2004, the fact that the Miami Heat, the Celtics are about to do it now in 2023, the fact that the New England Patriots did it in the Super Bowl, it's like their calling card now.
Yeah.
Boston or New England teams, coming back from deficits nobody else has ever come back from. And it ticks you off, Josh, and I appreciate that about you.
This is crazy. But I'll say this, though.
Yeah.
As much as I don't want to agree, you got a little point here. You got a little point.
Yeah.
Just because these teams, it seems something is in that Boston tea. I don't know what it is, but they always seem to come back and give somebody a thorn in their side.
Yes.
Late games.
We've also just eliminated the Patriots as a team that Josh would come back and play for.
Of course, yes.
This upcoming year, so no Arizona Cardinals, no New England Patriots, which does leave 30 other teams, so we still got opportunities.
Congratulations.
Hey there, thank you so much for watching The Carton Show. You can subscribe right here to get all the latest bits and segments from the show. And by the way, while you're at it, we have a lot of great shows on FS1, so check them out too.